We have an update on the migrant invader, guy that was threatening people, planter, some people are calling him. And it seems as though this individual has been apprehended by the Gardaí. So a big bravo to you that's out there in social media land and in the online world that has shared this guy's image and the videos that he was posting out there to let people know what was going on and what was happening. You know, I didn't see any nationwide manhunt for this guy. I didn't see anything like that be posted around the place. I certainly didn't see the mainstream media act accordingly when it comes to this here and be calling for such and for this guy to be found and ejected from the country very quickly. I didn't see that. I didn't see anything from the Gardaí either. So it's quite interesting to me how time, money, and resources can be poured into watching what people are saying online from this mythical far right. They can do loads about that and they have loads of money and time to be spending about that. But when you have someone like this guy, it took people themselves to find him. Now, there's a lot of people online that are speculating and saying that they think that this guy was apprehended purely for his own safety because allegedly he had taken a few slaps elsewhere and was going to continue to do so as people had spotted him. Kind of remind you of the Chico Macanda situation. Remember that one? Guy that was after being released here, after being up to very negative things, I would say, to say the very least, and was being, I would say, earmarked around areas that he was being moved to. And then finally then he had to be eventually deported because there was way too many people that knew about him. Now, I don't know whether he's been deported or not officially, or whether he's still in the country. You know, these are the things that we're facing now. We don't know whether these people are here or not. And this guy isn't the only one. You know, I was questioned not too long ago as to why a report on another migrant that was making threats and making veiled comments. And this is why. You know, I've been proven right here a couple of months later. I'm shining lights and spotlights on these people to show you what's in the country right now. And ignoring it does nobody any good. Saying that this isn't happening and closing your eyes and going la 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 la. This is happening. And like I said, there's a lot of people speculating that this guy was apprehended purely for his own safety because they thought that if he was let go any further, that he might have ended up somewhere else and would have been permanently dealt with. Now, that's the allegations and speculations that are being made by people online. Personally speaking, I think this guy been apprehended and having a roof over his head now with us paying for his food as well and his accommodation now through our taxes. One or two things should be happening from here on out. This guy should be immediately deported and there shouldn't even be some sort of case or anything like that going on in regards to gone out the door, forcefully onto a plane and out and banned from the country forever. Or the second thing is capital punishment. Gotta bring it back. You know? Now, here's the thing, and this is the cynical side of things, and I just want you to understand this because I understand what way these government individuals and mainstream media outlets move. They're letting people like this in on purpose. And I know this because I spoke to a TD, and this TD essentially confirmed my suspicions. These people are being let in, and then being let run riot around the place they are. And then it's an after the fact jobby of like, oh, look at this. Refuse them at the door. Plain and simple. Before they even get on the plane in a different country. No is the answer. We should be not taking any asylum seekers, no refugees, no nothing. I don't care what situation you're in your own country. Fix your own country yourself. You're not coming here to cause bother in mine. It's not happening. And I don't want it happening, and neither does anybody else. But here's the sinister situation that has been linked in with this, and I just want to make you aware of this because this is what's going on and what's going to happen. They're causing a problem on purpose for you to beg for the solution. And the solution that they're going to inevitably provide here is a digital ID so that they're able to track you wherever and wherever you may go. So that's what's being floated around, and these things aren't a joke. It's what's happening. They're looking for online censorship to stop you from telling the truth. They're whinging in the media when you're making posts and they don't know who you are, what you are, no nothing. And they don't like these types of things being reported. So they're going to try and eventually give the solution of, hey guys, why don't we give everyone a digital ID and we can track various criminals like this down very quickly? Because otherwise it seems though the average Joe has tracked this guy down quicker than the Gardaí did. I think it says everything, doesn't it? Super value CCTV camera Abbey leaks. So Mick O'Keefe says, breaking according to locals in Abbey leaks, the migrant who threatened to attack Irish kids has been arrested in their town. So how was he able to move about the country for the last couple of days? How did that happen? Why did that happen? You know, I've said it before and I'll say it again. When you live in a society that you could get a pizza delivered to you from a fast food company quicker than the Gardaí would arrive on the scene for a very harrowing situation, you live in a very decayed society. I don't say decaying. This society has decayed. It is in mid-collapse right now. And this is being pushed on by politicians and the media. We don't have to live like this. We shouldn't have to live like this. And I agree with what Mick O'Keefe is saying here. Irish kids shouldn't have to live like this. Absolutely they shouldn't. Gardaí ordered a school in the area to lock down after this dangerous foreigner was spotted. And then Mick O'Keefe goes on and says, confirmed, why is this man not immediately deported? And I agree. Now your taxes and my taxes are paying for this guy to stay here in this country now with a roof over his head and be fed. Like, if it was up to me, and I'm just saying this now, right, because we'll get onto this now and we'll say this. If it was up to me, this fellow would be off onto a rubber dinghy and sent out to say, good luck to you. I wouldn't be putting you on a nice cushy flight. Dinghy, gone, good luck. And if you come back, we're going to put a pebble through, not even a pebble, a ball bearer through the dinghy. And it's a rubber one. And if you attempt to swim back here, good luck to you. And if you do manage to get back onto land, you're back onto a new dinghy and out back you go. Like, what we're dealing with here in this country is absolutely unbelievable. So this comes here from the school itself, allegedly, speculatively, I'll say. But this has been reported by people online. And it says, Dear Parent Guardian, we have been contacted by the local guards. A man has been apprehended and is in custody. We thank the local guards for watching out so diligently for us. Really? You think that, do you? Okay. Normal workings in the school resume. So there you go. Fair play to everybody that's out there that shared this guy's image and that let people know what's going on. And fair play to people that picked up on this. You know, this is why I keep saying what I'm saying. And it's so important to be keeping an eye on what's happening on social media, because these people now exist in our country. And he's not just the only one. There's many more like him. And many more of them that are about to come into the country at the behest of this government, media and politicians. I can't believe that we are living in a country right now that is accepting this sort of stuff. And I can't believe, again, and I will reiterate, that we live in a country that has not only let this person in now, but that we're actually paying for his stay now, rather than being gone. It's crazy stuff, isn't it, when you think about it like that? So anyway, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Good luck.